Hi guys. Okay, so I'm sorry, I forgot about one thing I wanted to mention. I know that on our text recently, Selena mentioned the quick card or the QR code, and I went crazy and was like, don't generate a new one, don't generate a new one. And I don't want, if y'all didn't understand what that meant, I want to kind of show you because I'm not trying to act crazy. I just didn't want them to go null and void. So I just want to kind of show you our Chromebooks because we never kind of went through that with you in case the parents are asking specific questions on they got logged out or whatever, or they lost that quick card. So this was a quick card that we gave out to our family. So this is a QR code. It is located under the class link. Selena found it herself pretty quickly, as can you on the single sign-on. So if you can see, this is Aubrey Salazar. Aubrey Salazar would use this card. It's laminated. They all got them and we kind of trained them on it. And then for some reason, if Aubrey lost this card, what would happen is she would use her username that's right here underneath her name on that QR code, and or we could look it up for her if you needed me to. Hers was Aubrey AUBREES 1002. That would be her username, and then her password would be the first letter of her first name, uppercase A, and a lowercase s, Aubrey Salazar, uppercase A, lowercase s, and then her ID number. That would be her username. That would be her password. Her username would be the one I just showed you right underneath, right? And when you open the Chromebook, this is how they looked when they got them. They open it, they turn on. It takes a little second to turn on. That's where they would put Aubrey 1002 would be her username, and her password would be that capital A, lowercase s, with her teaching or with her student ID. And if they didn't have that quick card or class link, all of our students were given them, and they were encouraged to use this circle. When they use that circle, it pops up, and then they would use the QR code. I'll step back, and when they hold it up to the camera, it logs them in, and you can see it circled around, and then it'll log them in to this screen. On this screen are a lot of apps, and that's what our single sign-on looks pretty similar. So I encourage you to kind of look at our single sign-on to see some of those apps, because that's what our students have readily available in their hand. So you might encourage them to use that Chromebook more specifically. And then on our end, for where I told Selena, so you would go onto your employee access. So right here on the employee portal, on the employee portal, when you get on the employee portal, you would sign into that single sign-on on the left, and then this is what pops up for your single sign-on. It looks just the same as their Chromebooks. For them, we're using ClassLink, and so for ClassLink, that's where teachers would log in a ClassLink, and you could see your whole class of quick cards. But this is where I'm saying you would not generate new quick cards. The only thing you would ever need to do is print a quick card. So be very, very careful when you're looking at it, because once you regenerate it, all of the quick cards go null and void, or that if you're clicking on a specific student, that's who would go null and void. What's cool is what I would encourage you to do is look on your ClassLink Analytics. So the ClassLink Analytics was right there on my single sign-on. I have the whole school, so I can kind of see who has logged in. So as you can see right now, we've had 1,158 logins this month since we gave the computers, which wasn't that long ago, and 76% of our students have logged in this month. It also shows me by day and time. So that's where I was talking about some of our elementary kids are logging in at like 2 a.m. So for us, we've had 197 students launch BrainPop Junior and 106 students launch BrainPop LTI. We've had 16 hours and 7 minutes worth of BrainPop utilized with 197 launches. We've had 148 Seesaw with 8 hours and 35 minutes of students utilizing, 2 hours of Go Noodle, and 5 hours and 11 minutes of Zoom. And then within that, I can click on each app, and I can specifically see by day, by student, and which are the students that are utilizing. If you look on your user, you would be able to see, I can click on all users, and it shows me all of my teachers and all of my kids, but it'll also tell me how long they've been on it. So if I were to click on a teacher, I could click on that teacher and or that student, the specific student, and it'll tell me if that student's only utilized it 23 minutes, and if she only utilized it 23 minutes, what she used. So that might be some of the ways that you reach out to students to kind of say, I noticed that you've only been on this long. Is there any way I can help you get more familiarized with the Chromebook and or send them certain apps? So I just want to kind of share that information. If you have any questions or specifics, for myself, I was just playing with it and kind of found we haven't had formal training on it. Most of the elementaries have already been utilizing it, right? Because they had devices. We did not. So I encourage you to click on the quick card analytics, the ClassLink analytics, and kind of get some more information regarding your students. So I just want to kind of share that little update I forgot to tell you about during our Zoom. Thank you. Talk to you soon. It was good seeing everybody.